marketing.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's good.
Yeah.
Well, you decide.
Well, it is a violin. I remember that.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stevenson.
They're the rules, you know. Hello and welcome to 4 p.m. Welcome to a curtain that's probably bigger than yours. Yes, bigger than mine too. Thank you very much for being here. Again, if you haven't figured that, well done. The bar is open around the corner. Get yourself a refreshment and sit down and relax. My name is Dean Stevenson. This is 4 p.m. and these musicians, whom I will introduce to you shortly, are amazing. Has anyone, who's Mona for the first time? Lots. Yay. Cool. Has anyone been to this 4 p.m. thing before? Not many? Great. Great. I won't go into a big ramble because it's a bit different. Even if you had been here before, it's a bit different now. So my name is Dean and I'm charged with being here at this piano, and you might have seen me writing music all day long. That's what I'm here to do. I spent 10 months out of the last 12 here in the museum at the grace of Mona to write music every day. The idea is that I write music all day, and at 4 p.m. these guys show up and play what I've written today, and then tomorrow start all over again. So 10 months last year, which I wrote 150 string quartets. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. But now I'm back. This is day one of the next little bit, but I'm only here for 2 weekends for a very special reason, for Dark Mofo Festival. So I'm got the 8 days over these 2 weekends, all the open days that Mona's open for the next 2 weekends, writing one great big work. It's a big work for full orchestra. It's called With Ukraine, and it will be on the last night of the festival on the winter solstice evening, Tuesday, June 21, in the Odeon in town for a full orchestra. So what we're doing now at 4 p.m, rather than showing you something that I've kind of finished, quote unquote, today, we're showing works in progress, and we're going to kind of talk about what it is, and I'll discuss what's missing, because I was writing some clarinet bits before, and obviously there's no clarinets here, so can you whistle? You lost your voice, bugger. Okay, well, you're no good. What about you? No, that'll take too long. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work through it. The musicians who have arrived today, ladies and gentlemen, they are amazing. And would you please welcome Chris, Alethea, Will, and Stuart. Right, well, a bit of a Q&A. If you want to ask any questions, that's all cool. If you want to ask me what it's like to write a symphony, please don't, because I've never written one before, so I have no idea. I'm just bashing my way through. What I did do, one of the bits that I wrote in the last iteration of string quartets is, we'll hear a bit of it today, because I wrote one little string quartet that's about 3 minutes long, and I'm going to use that as a kind of the beginning of a framework. It's 3 minutes just for 4 strings, but now I'm going to try and make it for a whole orchestra. So I'm going to start to explore that today, and I'll whistle the bits that you can't when it gets to brass and woodwind and things. So, and the reason I'm going to use that is because I had Ukraine in mind when I composed this a few months ago. It was written on day 131 out of 150, toward the thin end of the wedge. So we'll start to do that. So if you have any questions, stick them in your pocket, and I'll come back to you in a second. Make sure you get a drink. Welcome, and here we go. Hello, everyone. All right, so the people at home are going to think of questions to ask. So what is going to happen here? I've got the full score, so I'll tell you when other things are happening. At the moment, there's a few bits that have been amended from the time you played it before. Was anyone else here on day 131? No, probably not, just the one. Okay, it wasn't double bass in that. Okay, so it starts with second violin on its own up until A, and then you're joined by viola, and then at B first comes in with some pits, and then it kind of gradually grows from there. So let's just start. For reference, I have. I'll get this over and done with. It takes a second. I've got this thing called a tone row. It's an old system that lots of composers use. They make their own systems really, but I've made my own, and it's a way of making each note attach itself to a letter of the alphabet. So if your name is Maria, M-A-R-I-E, each letter of the alphabet has a corresponding note. And if I wrote a melody for Maria, then I would have the 5 notes given to me by her name. That's the way it works. So this is, my system has the word Ukraine, and that's how I got this melody. Is your name Maria? That would have been quickie, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, from the top, let's give it a go. Right here. 2, second violin only. 2, 3. Come the next bar here, we get some French horns joining you in the big one. To doubles, we've now got harmonies in horns and trumpet. The viola takes it over with chords in the piano as well. Second violin takes the chord, the note. Now we have viola in first. Snare drum as well though, with the pits. Cool, down a hold there. They just sight read all of that. They're pretty clever. Round of applause. Thank you very much. Right, so that was, yeah, so there's some other stuff going on in there. So now we have bassoon melody with the second violin from letter C, please. Everyone from C. 3, 4. More in the cello, please, more volume. Tune, what's that? I know I wrote some kooky harmonies, maybe that's a bit too kooky. Too kooky, let's go from letter C again. Check the accidentals in fourth of bar of C.
That was me, don't worry about
it. Correct. From C again, here we go. E, O. Accelerando here, and then down, slow, yeah. Cool, so when you go back, so 4 before D, you have that just open, bottom open string, like a real wheezing, that low, blah, that bottom string there, play it and just kind of overly loud, overly interrupting, and you'll have French horns going, bah, with you as well, so it should be really interrupting.
Where's the accelerando?
The accelerando is 4 bars before D.
And then it slows down again.
And then slows down, written in the last bar before D. That's right. And it does it again before E. Just a little one. From C. Has anyone got any questions yet?
Of course.
It's awesome. That wasn't the question, but I'm grateful. Thank you.
I'm an E.
No, everyone's good? No one's going to want to ask anything?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one over there. Yes?
Yeah. I was like, I don't get it.
It's dark. I eat vitamin D tablets the size of your head each morning. Yes. At night time, I hang upside down and drink blood. Let us see again, please. That's it. First. Good. Here's letter D. So again, up in tempo, moderato, down to D. We'll do the one again. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 bars before E. No, sorry, 5. Count in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. 6 before E. 3, 4. And then E. So I got up the octave. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Up. That's it, that's the one. Thank you.
Okay.
Again from E, 3, 4. Good. One more time. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars before G. Just check that line, Joe. It's a bit. Yeah, bum 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 bum. 6 bars before G. And we'll stop at G because then the clarinet takes it, unless you got your voice back.
Yeah, it's
No?
a bit of a time
Okay.
code for me,
All right.
Bar 60.
6 bars before 6 before G. 60 what?
It's just his line starts a bar earlier. Okay. So just 66.
Yeah, just where you stop.
66.
Yep. 66 is it? Okay. 3, 4. Oops. We're out. Sorry. So when cello goes down to the double stop, that's when you do the beep, bop, beep, bop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, it was 7 bars. Sorry, 7 bars before. My fault. 7 before G.
Slightly better.
And then I'm coming to see if there's the people at home have any questions or hints. Maybe you can do it. 7 before. 3, 4. Here we go. And then stop at G, so that has big D, French horns, bass trombone, bah. Should be big and awful, just awful. And then there'll be some sound effects over G while the clarinet takes it. So let's go again from H. H after the clarinet is finished. D, O. B, So yeah, that's it. That's cello. Again, go from I again. 3, 4. Cool. Go from I again, please. Just on I. Yeah, get that rhythm right. 3, 4. 1, 2. That's it. Good, and hold there. That's nice. Or get into the J bit. The J bit, this next little 3/4 bit, is my my combination of four is 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So the harmony starts to kind of split in. It goes up 2 notes, then back 1, up 2 notes, back 1. It sounds awful, but so is war. Any questions? Anyone want to ask anything? Yes. Oh, what do I see in my head when I write music? Well, I'm trying to think of Ukraine, I suppose. Normally I don't say because it's unfair, because we watch music now, we don't listen to it. Everything's on a screen, music is attached to an image. So it's better for you to have that rare moment where you just listen, maybe even with your eyes shut. So few people do that nowadays. I grew up doing that. But I guess I'm thinking of Ukraine, so I'm thinking of things like, I come into this thinking there's things like the anthems, folk songs, bloody Eurovision, all those things that you could attach to Ukraine right now. An obvious one would be to try and play, say, Ukraine's anthem, and then have it kind of squashed by loud, low brass playing the Russian one. You know, that would be... But maybe that's a little bit obvious. Maybe I should come up with my own suggestion of a pretty anthem and then just squash it with Doom anyway, but not directly using their anthems. So that's the kind of imagery I'm trying to think about. It may not be what you thought at all. You might have thought of something completely different, but that's okay. So I guess it's a big ask to have instrumental music and suggest that it's about anything in particular. That's kind of I guess, why there's so much written for you to read before you hear it, so you can put that in your mind if you go to see an orchestra, for example. A song has words that direct you along, so it'll tell you that there's a sky and a woman and a tree and a dog and stuff. But instrumental music's a bit different, so it allows you so much more flexibility to ignite your imagination, which is very, very good, by the way. Your imaginations are great, so don't switch them off by watching a fucking screen all the time. Good question, thank you. Anyone else want to ask anything? What happens to all of the musics? Wow, good question. Well, this stick I put in front of you here is a live stream camera. So right now we're going live to my YouTube channel. So that's where some of it goes. Dean Stevenson Music at YouTube. There's microphones here that are recording it. I have a Patreon page. Everyone gets, every day gets uploaded to them. Some of them from the last 150, I hope no one ever hears ever again, because they're just shite. And I'll try and rid them from the internet. But we've also been busy when that 10 months finished, going into the studio, so we recorded about 30. So there's 3 volumes of stuff that come summertime next year, this year, when I'll have those to kind of offer and sell. So they're all, and the scores will probably be published as well. So everything's out there. But I suppose the idea of it is that if I wrote 150, I'm not going to publish all 150, because it's not about having assets. It's just about being creative and courageous in creativity, and just having an endpoint to the day where these wonderful people arrive and do something. So it's not always going to be a good thing. That's okay. Then, no, some of them will be. There's about, in the 150, there's about a dozen or 15 people who, there was always strings, they recycle through. But like, say on Monday, I'm going to have some French horns and tuba and stuff here as well. So it'll be the section leaders of the people who are going to rehearse, play the concert with the full orchestra. So this is 5 people. The concert's going to be 32. So imagine this. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Any other questions? Yes, sir. I beg your pardon? Am I going to Sydney? No. No, Sydney. Lovely place to come from. All right, let's go to Jay. Not that I know of, sir. We'll see. And if you're ever going to go to Sydney, the most expensive thing you could ever take is an orchestra. Yeah. There we go, from letter J. Here we go. 2. Like a wheezy old squeeze box. Here's where you start to separate. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Now, the clarinet's also doubling the first violin here. French horns are playing with the double bass. Cool. And at the moment, that's how I'm thinking this might be a middle movement. I'm thinking three movements. That might be how it goes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, please. Yes. I also think maybe when we get, because you've got those massive jumps, I might do div. So get this 4 cello, so we can split that up. I think we'll do that. Okay, so there you go. So that's the outline of what I think is going to be a middle movement for the work coming up. Oh, pizza. Yum. For the Ukraine concert. I started working on that just today. Let's just quickly blow through that one more time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play a piece from the others, from day 150, just because we can and it's fun. And you've still got drinks. So we'll keep playing something for a bit. Any other questions or anything you want to say or ask? Yes, over here. Can you, how long does it take me to what?
How long does it take to get 32 musicians together?
Yeah, how long does it take to get them together? Well, I've been doing admin for several weeks now, trying to book everyone. That's not easy. Once all the kind of section leaders, stewards, the sections of the double bass and so forth, come in and hear the pieces in skeleton form, we then meet on the afternoon of the concert as a full orchestra, and by then we've made lots of annotations and it should make sense. So in 3 hours we'll put it together. It doesn't sound like a lot, but these are professional sight readers. They spend more time rehearsing and sight reading than they actually do performing. That's why they're so unbelievably good. That's what they do. And a question over the back there. I beg your pardon? This is the first, you're hearing it at the same time I'm hearing it at the same time they're playing it for the first time. This is the first time they've seen it. They're just ripping it off the page as we go. So there you go, we're all learning at the same time, except the next one, which a few of you probably played before. Okay, yes?
There was a Chalorando into figure F somewhere, was
At
there?
figure F, there was a Chalorando. Was there a Chalorando into figure F? I'm still not any better at my alphabet.
It's either before,
F,
a bit
G.
before or a bit after or something. D as well.
Not into F. Oh, it was a cello before, yes. At 46, 7, 48, 49, 40, 51.
I got
Bar
that.
51.
D.
Into D, yes.
One into, yeah. Sorry, I thought, maybe I'm misremembering. I thought when
Okay.
we got to the figure F, this first figure, I had the... We'll see.
Okay, cool. All right, let's give this a go one more time, and then we'll play a nice, big, pleasing one. Here we go. Second violin. 2. Joined by horns. Sorry, I should have skipped figure A, and viola and piano. Cello. The note is taken over by a second violin. First and viola. Snare drum with the first violin. This will be a full string section playing it by now. A full catastrophe. Everyone let us see, everyone's in. Just a gentle accelerando here, just a little bit. And slow. Pause. Here's letter D. Oh, that's a nice chord. Can we just go from letter D again, please, to the... I might rethink that bar. Here we go. Letter E. That's a yes. Cello. Breathing, here we go. Full bar. Stop there. That's the clarinet. Everyone into H. Letter H to the... We check that note. Yeah, ba. What have I written there?
You've written C sharp, G sharp.
Yada. No.
So it should be an A?
Second. Yada. You're thinking E. No. Should be.
So it should be an A sharp in the viola
Do you
part.
want us to play together?
Should be an A sharp, sorry. Yes. Thank you.
Both times at A?
Yes,
Oh,
thank you. Yep, both times.
because it's and also at figure E. Is
Yeah,
that
same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
okay.
fault. Not done to be an A sharp. Still here. They're still here. That was the wrong note. It was my fault.
Done.
Okay, here we go. From letter H, please. D4. That's better. Low end. Cello. Lovely piano plink plonk over this as well. Here we go to split apart. Okay. Clarinet now goes. Back one. 2 steps forward. 1 step back. Lovely. There you go. We all just learned that together. Whee! Thank you very much. Chris, Alethea, Will, William, Stuart. Thank you. Thank you. So it'll be something else with woodwinds and brass and timpani and percussion and a couple of French horns and a tuba and bass trombone, all the stuff, and 7 of him and 5 of Alethea and 4 of Will and 4 of William and 2 of Stuart. There'll be lots of them. It's pretty big, pretty exciting. Anyway, if you want to scan this little guy here, go to get a ticket to them. Thank you very much. Let's play an old favourite, shall we? Day 150. We'll play that because, yeah. Oh, hello. There's also a mailing list there if you want to jot down to put your email on and to find out all about the future of this project and how you can get all the music as you asked before and all that stuff. Okay. Any other questions before we chug on, ladies and gentlemen? Everybody. Can't say ladies and gentlemen anymore, sorry. Everyone. Yes, question. It was a moment of stupidity. Yes. Where I thought it'd be a good idea. Years ago, I thought it'd be great to fill my cache with all of the awesomeness that is me. And I'm glad it didn't happen then because that would have been a terrible way to do it. But it's more about the process, to be honest. Being a writer and a player and all of these things collide when you teach sometimes. I don't do it now really. But then when I was teaching, I found just so many students, particularly young people, who are just so frightened to be creative, so frightened to put something down on the page and share it or just admit that they've done something that's not as good as Beyonce, you know? Like, I write poetry, but I'm not as good as Auden. Oh, I won't bother then. I think there's a real shame in that, just to have that courage to just show up, hang your dirty undies out, as I did for 150 days, and see what happens. Anyway, sometimes they were really dirty, and they were terrible. I had to wash those. But other times, it's just showing up and being courageous. Yeah, do I feel pressure? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. The pressure makes you get better. Yes, the pressure makes you get better. The more you do it, the better you get. Whether you write music, bounce a ball, or be a prick, the more you do it, the better you get. Right? So there we go. That's the point. Yes. Okay, this is day 150. Everyone, here we go. Starts with first violin. Second comes in bar 7, and then viola adds at A, everyone's in at B. Is there anything crazy going on here? It should be pretty easy, nice and bolshy and loud and proud. Everyone, y'all ready? Here we go. 1, 2, Bigger, louder. Action. Here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. Thank you very much, everyone. That was a piece written. What? Oh. Knock out a Beatles number? What's that? Oh, we're going to do another one. Okay. Who wants to hear another one? Right. Okay.
Check under that box. Maybe there's something.
Check under the box. There's probably something in there. Okay, I'll get something else. So that was 100. All these pieces are written in a day. That was written in one day. 150. All right, let's get another one then. Here we go. What? 113. What if it's shit? Oh, we could do 113, but there's no double bass part in it. Here, right? Okay. Oh, thank you. Do whatever I want. That's very nice of you. Yeah, no, that's not very good. It's amazing how much I thought day one was really good, and day two was better, and it just wasn't. No. All right, let's do this one. What's that? Not doing 11. Not doing 11. Oh, number 11 is your favourite? Oh, okay, right. Let me get that in a t-shirt. All right, let's do 76.
This one.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
All those out between fifths. Come over.
Everyone except William here will know. Emily's very excited to hear. Day number 76. This was written on the 29th of November last year. Okay. All right. Any questions before we go on? No. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Huh?
How does this go?
Could someone get me a drink? Want a drink? Let's do some wine eventually. Okay, here we go. This starts with viola.
Bad luck.
All right. Here we go. Ready? 3. Thank you very much. All right, one more. Should we play one more? Should we do? Do we do today's again?
Up to you.
Yeah.
Let's do today's again. Yeah, let's do today's again. Okay, I'm going to go back and play the first one. And if you make any notes, please let me know so I can. I'll look at the parts and annotate them later. Yes, if you're catching a ferry, you've got 5 minutes. It's okay. We'll play this through one more time. Ooh, I can't possibly say.
Dean, at K, I just kept slurring it. I think that makes sense. So I just put a few in just in case.
Oh right, yeah, I started
Okay.
a separate.
There is.
Oh,
You did, yeah, okay.
is that all right?
If you can, yeah, sure. Yes. I took them away because I took everyone else's away because they were doing such big leaps, but you're doing the same thing. That's fine.
well, I can match viola.
I don't know. Yeah, do you want slows all the way through the other parts as well?
I just figured there'd be so much string crossing as you get further and further apart. It'd be harder, wouldn't it?
No, you can still. It's only
Just
across two
separate.
strings, so.
Okay.
Yeah, they're adjacent.
All right, let's just try and slur them. See what sounds.
Also,
Great.
actually, I wanted to ask as well. You mark piano at J.
Yeah.
Nothing changes towards the end, and I just instinctively always got louder as the intervals got further apart. But do you want it to rise to a bigger ending, or should it remain?
No.
As no.
No,
Okay.
no,
great.
no.
So I was probably
I know. Yeah. No. I jumped entirely the wrong direction, instinct-wise there.
Also, William at 90, I'll try and maybe match the shortness that you've got there.
Yeah,
That sort of Shostakovich.
Okay, this is the piece that I
Yeah.
manually worked on today
No, I'll try and.
toward the With Ukraine concert. I'm imagining this will be the middle movement
We're trying all slows.
of a full work for full orchestra. There's a 5 people. The concert will be for 32 people. Use your imaginations. Actually, let's just go from bar 12, 11, 10, 9.
9? Yep,
Yeah, after you pause, yep. 3, 4. Hold on, let's go again. We missed it. Buddy. Taken by second. In. C. D. D. H, one letter H. 2, 3, 4.
Much better than
Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. Take care. And thank you to the musicians again. Chris, Alethea, Will, William, and Stuart. You haven't missed the ferry yet. If you're catching a ferry, run like you stole something. Thank you.
Dean, it was definitely better just staying quiet and all keeping the slurs. So it was much more effective. Yeah, I thought it was good.